Oh, there's, yeah.
All right.
This looks like a little time right here.
Use this just for. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Carry it. I couldn't believe it. I grew up on a farm. They did not always have them. I don't know.
January. Carried on the first one.
I worked at the hospital. I carried one all the time. A lot of times he'd have something. I mean, he had a little bit of everything. A lot of times he'd be enough to get what you needed, so he caught you something to hold.
Both of them were that same day.
I don't know. I used to, I like the Gerbers. Yeah, the Gerbers, you hit the slid.
Let the Leatherman fold it out. I don't even know if they make a Leatherman.
I don't know.
Do they?
I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Yeah,
Striker on it.
they've taken it. Because totally agree.
Just shocked when I saw it.
But I can't carry that on.
I'm talking when I help company.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
stuff. You think about all that stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
You know,
You
you
carry
can-
one of my.
You're good.
Jason. Okay, call this meeting to order.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Fry,
Present.
Keating, Snellings,
Present.
Bikeman,
Present.
Gurecki,
Present.
Price,
Here.
Behrens,
Here.
Rom.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. First up, we have the approval of the minutes from the meeting on June 26th.
Move to approve regular minutes, June 26, 2023 is written.
Second.
Okay, any discussion, changes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
7-0.
7-0. All right. Business and discussion items, or public comment first. Is anybody here for 5-minute public comment? Business and discussion items. First, we have the Pony Express Half Marathon and 5K. Is Crystal here? Hello.
Good evening. The Pony Express Half Marathon Committee and I, we sent you guys a letter about traffic control on the day of the race. The first race starts at 8 o'clock and the second race starts at 8:15. We're just requesting traffic control for the beginning of the race, not the end of the race, just like we've done in years previous. So, and that would be to block the intersection of 8th and Broadway, and then 8th Street and Highway 36 until both races have started. So, question?
Move to approve the request for Pony Express.
Second.
Half Marathon.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have the city library agreement.
Okay, so I was approached by Mandy at the library, and she wanted to formalize the processes that we already have in writing. We don't have anything in writing as of right now. I think all we have is an ordinance establishing how we can operate with the mill levy and all that stuff. This shows what we would be doing on a regular basis for them, our parks crew. And I had Dom look at it. He said it was exactly what they've been doing up until now, so that was all well and good. I would, if you've seen anything you don't like in here or want any changes, probably not approve it tonight, just first reading sort of, because I'd also like to make sure our attorney sees it too. Just any standard process for any agreement.
Move to table for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 7-0. All right. Those in hearings. First, we have Resolution 2023-31 at 1203 Laramie. Bob?
Good evening. Okay, 1203 Laramie is Daniel Gillespie's place. The city actually mowed that backyard today because the weeds are this tall. There's still fence, air conditioning, and stuff that needs to be picked up and taken care of. So. So I'm asking you guys if we can get it taken care of.
Move to approve resolution 2023-31.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 7. Okay, next we have Resolution 2023-32 at 900 Alston.
Okay, that's Greg and Angela Hetke's. And this started back in June, the second time around. You can see by the pictures of all the stuff laying in their yard. There's tree limbs and everything else. I personally talked to the guy, and he said he was going to get it picked up. Well, you can see it hasn't been picked up. And is there an ordinance in the city for them doing this kind of business in residential area?
What kind of business?
Is it a repair business?
Huh?
Is it a repair business? What's the business?
He's a junker. And it's all out there in the open. There's no fence, no nothing.
That's something we can if that's something we can talk about, as far as ordinance wise.
Well, I'm just asking because this guy doesn't want to do nothing, and there's a couple other ones in Marysville doing the same thing that needs to be taken care of. If you want to make the streets presentable.
Move to approve resolution 2023-32.
Second. All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 8-0.
Thank you.
Next up, we have resolution 2023-33 at 207 Broadway,
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yes, this started back in March. I think Will started this, and I'm continuing with it. Everything, the VW Bug is still sitting there. And they were told, and it was supposed to be, if you look back on your minutes, they said they would have everything out of there that needed to be out of there by June the 10th. It's still there.
Correct me if I'm right, they told us they were gonna have an auction out at.
Okay, that was the
But do
people
we
renting it.
know?
Yeah, that was
That's
somebody.
what was
This is the guy that owns it.
So the cars that they had are gone?
Yeah, I'm
This
pretty
is-
sure Crown
yeah,
numbers are gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of his are out of there.
I can't verify that, but he said, yeah, that June, whatever day they had their auction, they were gonna be out of there.
I believe the cars that are left are owned by the owner of the property.
Privately owned, they're not a business.
Right.
Okay.
Because these are all the ones with the expired tags and half tore down and,
Yeah. There's 2 out of the 7 that have disappeared this week.
I was gonna say, I've seen some stuff moving out of
Yeah.
there this week, recently.
But, my God, look how many months they've had. And what are we gonna do with these vehicles? I've got a list in my office back there of all these vehicles that don't have tags.
okay, well, getting rid of a vehicle's not an easy thing.
No, and
Because the record service ain't gonna pull it because they don't have a title to get rid of it either.
in fact, you
So
go
it's
up,
not an easy thing.
you go up there on between 12th and 13th Street on Laramie Street, there's a car that's been sitting there for over 2 weeks. It's got a red tag on it to be towed. It's still sitting there.
Our attorney's working on that stuff. right now.
Okay, well, we need to get something.
We're working on it with John. But anyway, this vehicle here is still down there, so does somebody want to make a motion?
Move to approve resolution number 2023-34. Or no, 33, sorry.
Second.
31st.
Okay, any further discussion?
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? 8-0.
Yeah.
Now we have resolution 2023-34, which is the same location, but it's a truck body.
Yep.
Move to approve 2023-34.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 8-0. Resolution 2023-35 is the same location at 207 Broadway, a white Chevy Cavalier.
And it's still there too.
Okay.
Move to approve resolution 2023-35.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 8-0. Next, we have resolution 2023-36, which is a Ford E350 cargo van.
Move to approve resolution 2023-36. Sorry, 30, yeah, right, 36.
Yeah, 36.
Second.
Right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 8-0. And we have resolution 2023-37, which is a maroon Chevy half-ton.
Move to approve resolution 2023-37.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 8-0. Resolution 2023-38, which is an RV frame.
That's still there?
It's gone.
Is it gone? Okay.
It should have been.
I thought so.
Okay.
What we do next, just,
Skip to the next
We
number.
skip it, yeah, we'll skip it and then I can use it again next
all
week.
right.
Okay.
Next we have resolution 2023-39, which is a maroon Dodge Ram half-ton.
It's gone.
It's gone too.
There you go.
Oh, look at
All right.
Now we move on to the hearings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Bob.
Bob.
Okay, first up is a hearing on resolution 2023-07, which was a condemnation of 205 Calhoun. Okay.
Appreciate it, so you're going where I got something to say to you, Bob. Appreciate it, so you're going where I got something to say to you.
Yes. Walt?
Hello.
So what we have on this one is, we have roof damage, soffits around there. There's a few places where the foundation is cracked. I'm not sure, I haven't been in the basement, so I don't know how it looks on the inside. Some siding missing in places that needs to be repaired. And he has been cleaning up on the outside. There's been a lot of that stuff done. Some of the soffit's been torn down. I was down there today. Back deck needs to be repaired. So, those are the main things we had on there. He did get water service at this property now. Did you get electrical there too?
Yeah, I've got
You got electrical there too on the property now. So, he has been making progress going forward. We just need, do you have any kind of time frame, what you're thinking on?
Well, I'm wanting to re-roof it by September, end of September,
Okay,
and get the other things tied up. I've been trying to get the gas company to get the gas on, but I run into a snag there too.
You were thinking 90 days?
Yep.
I'm inclined to grant 90 days
Yeah,
since there's significant progress.
Yep.
I would also add some into this. We had some issue with you burning illegally down there.
I haven't burned anything since probably, June 30th.
Okay.
Everything's burned up.
Yeah. You not burn at all unless you call the
Yep.
sheriff's department, and only yard waste.
Yep.
Within the rules, you gotta actually burn far enough away from the property or from the structure.
It's all cleaned up.
Okay. A motion and a second.
I'd
Motion
say I'll
and a
move
second,
to
right?
extend to the end of September.
Yep.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
keep those pictures or?
Yep.
Okay. You can, yeah, I don't know.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 8-0. 90-day extension.
Okay.
Okay, next we have resolution 2023-12, which which was 1009 North Street.
So, on this one, he's got the garage, it's all laying on the ground now. He's
Okay.
got part of it hauled off already. Did you say the roof was left? Is that what we talked about?
I have all four walls down and in the truck. I have the roof left to disassemble and throw back in the truck and get rid of. The bad thing is the yard's just as bad as the garage was. And once in the garage, it's full of furniture, so I'll have to, obviously I'll be taking care of that also.
How long do you think you need?
I would say probably another week on cutting the roof up, then I need to get to the dump, then I'll have to come back. And I'm pretty well done with the renter. If they can't get the yard cleaned up and keep the yard cleaned up, then they will be asked to leave. Which, how long that will take, will probably take 30 to 60 days to get them out. But I've inherited this from my mother when she passed away, and I've been doing many other things. The garage needed to be come down years ago, so it was already in the plan. So hopefully I can get the garage pulled away and then all the stuff in the yard taken care of too. I've heard that you guys have problems with her also.
Josh, you want till the end of July, or you want till the end of August?
I don't even know what date it is, bud.
10th of July.
10th of July.
In July, but it'd be fine, yes.
Okay, well, if you're gonna have a problem with a renter, I don't mind going till the end of August, if that's,
The renter will probably be an issue. I have yet to get in the house. I think it's gonna be a bad deal.
let's go end of August.
Okay,
Then that way, just let us know
okay.
if you're still having it.
I appreciate the extra time. I would like to say that I think I was probably a little more irritated about this $450 bill on my house at 501 Austin. There might have been a mistake on my end. I never intentionally left any letters from the city at the post office. I have been maintaining the yard, cutting trees down, trying to clean it up. It was a mess before I got it. I would like to ask you if you would decrease the bill a little bit. It's not like I haven't been taking care of the yard. The tree limbs were probably one of the last things. There's still a lot of cleanup around there to do. Trees to cut down, bushes to take out so they get to the sidewalk. I mean, there's a list. So I'd like, if you would give me a break on the bill, I'd appreciate it. If not, that's fine. I'd like also to apologize to Bob. He's not here.
Oh, yes, he's
Okay.
back there.
I don't ever leave much undone. And leaving something at the post office is not something I do. At that, I don't have anything else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, first off, let's do we need a motion to extend that.
Move to Resolution 2023-12, move to extend till August 31st,
Second.
August 31st.
August 31st.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 8-0. Okay. Next up, we have Resolution 2023-13, which was 707 North 8th Street.
So on this one,
The
we
building.
had the roof
Yeah.
damage done since we took the soffits off. There's holes that were in there. From what I've seen driving by, all the holes are covered in. He's got
there's a lot of
he's got that
progress.
done.
Yeah.
He's got the roof on both sides now, right?
Looking
On
good.
that front.
Okay.
section.
The front side,
So we're back to this. Steve,
so
how much time you need?
we're probably gonna need like 90 more days, then we're gonna get the front of it tinned, and the north side, the east side, and the south side all tinned, all brand new doors. So, need a little time, but not.
I have no problem giving 90 days with progress that's been made.
Yeah.
Got no problem
I'm
with
the
that.
same on that.
Okay, is that a motion?
Motion to give them resolution 2023-13. What's the last day of September?
September 30th.
Okay, end of September 30th.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank
you. Ado.
Thank you, Steve.
Next we have resolution 2023-14. 819 Pony Express Highway.
Is this
Yes.
the motel?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
good evening.
So this one, the roof damage there in the center from the storm that's
Yeah.
been uncovered for a while. You guys wanna talk about what's?
Yeah. So we had a last year damage in the tornado building. Then afterwards, we have the insurance has a dispute and all that. So we have just settled the insurance in the June month of this year.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we got a something to take care. Meanwhile, I have one of the buyer, they are interested and they wanted to close the deal on August 15. If not go through, we will go ahead and repair and we will be back in the business very soon.
So we need
Okay.
some time to
What do you
decide
guys need?
how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
End of August, or do you need longer?
So end of the August that by the deal is closing. So if they don't take or if they don't buy, we will go ahead and just submit the plan and we're going to have the repair.
So if we can have at least 90 days to make sure we can go ahead and.
September
set the
30th.
contract.
Same thing.
September 30th.
We can do till end of September.
Move to extend to the end of September.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Ado.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one is resolution 2023-16, which is,
This one,
406 Jenkins. Hello.
What do we need to do this? I'm looking at December the 1st before I'm completely done with the house, if that's,
Can I talk? I don't want to interrupt him. His sister passed away a couple years back, and everybody kind of shut down, you know, when sister died. She was little sister, and the mailbox did disappear from the house, and so we did not get anything. And if it wasn't for somebody that worked over across this, well, worked here in the building, letting us know, we would have been on it before, you know what I mean? So we have been working on it. We have made progress. He has just not recently, but about a year ago, had a heart attack, and he's almost 71 years old. So it's just kind of like me, really, basically working on it. They help, but when it gets hot
you don't want me
outside-
on the roof, I don't
and I won't let
understand
him
that.
on the roof and think, you know what I mean? So, I'm
I
asking
do.
for at least 120 days, maybe December the 1st to have everything done, but I've got more than half of it already accomplished, and you,
Has there been big gains made?
There has, they've got the backyard, all the trees been cut back there, they've got windows patched already, they're working on the porch today, so they haven't got the boards on, but they're taking old boards off, put the new boards on.
New steps.
So, new
yeah.
steps got on today.
Is there a dumpster down there right now, or?
It was.
yeah.
The stuff that was there is gone.
Yeah, that little, sun kitchen or that on the side.
Progress report, yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Say nine.
90 days.
And come back and visit.
I got one more question for you guys.
Yes.
I understand, I need to know like the fire rules, like I understand we need water and all of that stuff. If we was to dig like a hole in the backyard, it's just limbs, all it is limbs.
Oh, let's burn a tire or two.
He is, don't listen to him. And if we run a water hose, if we have a water hose right there, is there certain times of the day, certain time, I mean, when we could?
I would invite you to read our code book,
Yes,
just to make
okay.
sure everything is in line. It all starts with the call to the sheriff's, the
Right.
dispatch, to let them know. But, our ordinances line out, and it's all online.
Okay.
And I can help you. If
Thank
if
you.
you come by City Hall, we can help you find it.
Thanks.
That way you can get it good distance away from wherever you're at,
And
yeah.
it's just
Well, that
brush,
will be.
we did have a vehicle, a truck to haul it off, and, things happen, and radiator shot on us, and so, burning would be a really good, helpful, beneficial.
It just helps us get rid of some of that real quick.
But yes, follow his advice.
All right.
Or find somebody with a pickup, but the dump's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Okay, we
So-
gotta,
So
Somebody make a
90 days
motion,
and
90
then
days.
come back
Come back.
in 90 days for another extension.
Actually, to tell us it's done.
Or to tell us.
I'm sure,
Well, let him
our
tell you all
renter
the
will.
good stuff that we have gotten done.
All right.
They've done quite a bit down there already.
Okay.
Thanks to Doug helping us out too. so.
2023-16, extension till September 30th.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 8-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we need copies of the minutes or anything, right? Just so we know the pictures.
It's online.
Next we have the consent agenda. Next up, we have the consent agenda. Consent agenda.
Move to approve
Anybody have any?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion about any of the items on there? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, 8-0. Next up, we have appropriations ordinance number 3801.
Move to approve appropriation ordinance number 3801, amount of $274,647.11.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion about any items on there? Roll call?
Fry,
Yes.
Keating,
Yes.
Snellings,
Yes.
Beichman,
Yes.
Garacki,
Yes.
Price,
Yes.
Aaron's,
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
8-0.
All right, next also is staff reports.
All right, first thing on my list. After last council meeting, I had a discussion with Don Bruna about what we had been discussing for the last two meetings, and dust control out on Jayhawk. And basically what I came out of that conversation with was Don was recommending grinding up, like was described in the council meeting, grinding up millings to a fine consistency so there's no large chunks. And then he said he would spread it out and then roll it on. And his description of it basically akined it to his personal driveway where he did the exact same thing and created a brand new surface with the millings. He said that was the solution to get rid of all the dust. And so that was kind of different than what I remember discussing in our council meeting. So I didn't want to move forward with that. I discussed it with Jason after that phone call. He asked me to bring it back to the council for more discussion on this. So I hate holding something up, but this was kind of different from what I remember. So if this is what the council wants, then we can arrange for it to happen. I already had a resident out there say to me that they would pay for more of the road. I don't know if they know.
They're already doing that. He told me the other day that they are doing their, from whatever corner past their property, that they have Don Bruna coming out to do that.
They can't, like,
They
dust
don't know.
control
That's what
maybe,
he
but
told
they
me the other
can't,
day. He
they
was
can't
gonna
put
pay for it
material.
himself.
I can't just show up one day with a paving machine and start doing my.
I don't know,
Well,
that's just what he told me.
he came and told me when we set it up, he would then pay for a more
You
portion.
might want to contact him tomorrow.
So is this
Not the
something we
story
want to
that I
do? I mean,
Well,
I think,
this is,
I thought
we could try
originally
it.
it was gonna be like a test on
Yeah,
a certain
like
strip.
100,
We did it.
yeah.
Yeah, it started out as a test, and
Yeah.
My understanding was it was supposed to get ground up and kind of mixed in. It wasn't just gonna be put on there and then rolled like a hard surface. Because what I'm worried about is what we're doing is kind of creating a situation like we got in Keystone. Where we've
And I
got-
agree with that. I think it's more like just blended in with the white rock that's
Yeah.
out there and.
Yeah.
Well, that was my thought on it too.
Yeah.
when we were
Right.
doing it.
That's what I thought was gonna come out of
He was
that.
gonna lay it down and then windrow it back and forth with the existing rock.
And mix it in, work it
Yeah.
in.
And I think try that first before you get a roller out there, in my opinion, because we're just trying to get the dust to go.
But that's the thing, I don't think that he thought that would work.
Right.
For dust.
I mean, he
purposes.
didn't go into depth on that one, but I think he kind of alluded to that sort of conversation, but he was 100% highly recommending this. So, again, I didn't want to go through with something that I didn't think the council wanted, or I wanted to know if the council wanted this, so. Yeah.
Well, here, I'll make it simple. Let's try the test strip the way that he says. And if it doesn't work, then we know it doesn't work. And that's the end of that conversation.
Talking what, with a roller and then put a hard surface?
If that's how Don says to do it, try it.
Yeah, but
it's-
once, I mean,
Jason?
once you put it on there, you can't blade it or anything, and then we're gonna be
Just try
where
it.
we are
Hey,
out there.
Try it. That's all I'm saying. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
How easy is it to pull it back off?
You're gonna have chunks of, I mean, it's
A
gonna
lot
harden back up.
easier if you do
so
a
it's
short
gonna-
strip than if you do the whole road.
That's not wrong.
Still,
Yeah, that's a fact.
And if you don't want to try rolling it, that's fine, just try blending it in.
That's
And
where
that's
I'm at.
fine too.
I would say if you're gonna
But try
it,
the test strip before everybody goes crazy thinking this is the answer, and then we do have a giant problem on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as somebody paying because, oh, we're gonna do it because think we can. No, they can't. It's the end of the conversation.
Did
I mean-
did Mr. Bruno elaborate or give any insight on potential pitfalls or problems one way or the other?
No,
on-
I actually asked him about maintenance of it, and he, and I had some issues with that.
Yeah.
And he, I won't speak, I won't put words into his mouth.
Understood,
It's been,
yeah.
it's been a little bit since I talked to him, but he didn't go into any pitfalls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think part of it debates how fast you drive on it and what you drive.
Truck it, so.
You know, if you drive a slow speed and you don't do a lot of heavy traffic, I think that they hold up. I've seen some places they've done it around shops and it works out great. They're also not doing 35, 40 mile an hour in front of them shops. So, I'm all about try something.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, it's right there on the whiteboard of that doesn't work.
Okay.
So what's the street where Hayfley and them live on? Or
13th?
So could we go like a half a block east and west, or east and west, and do the test?
Utilizing the center of
Yeah.
13th.
To see the intersection, people coming either way.
Yeah, I see what he's saying, so you can get the
see.
turning on it.
Yeah.
So basically do that
So
intersection.
you're looking at the hard
Look,
surface and not the mixing in, or we want to mix it in?
I think even if you mix it, if you hard
yeah.
surface, what's the difference?
I don't know, I'm pro mixing it in.
Yeah, let's
I
just
mean,
do
if
that.
that doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but it's super
I'll
versatile.
basically just say we want to mix it in and
Blade it, smooth it out.
blade it
And I
smooth
think
it out.
the cheapest way probably is just to have Don bring over what he has ground already.
That's what he
Yeah,
was gonna
'cause he
do.
can't grind this until winter.
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
have.
no, that's, he said he was gonna use that, and if we went any further, he would
Right.
use that.
Yeah,
So
and then,
let's,
yeah, just
okay.
try it.
So how easy is that to take off if it doesn't work?
Mix-
well,
Mixing it in,
if we're mixing it in, I mean, it's
it,
just there.
it's probably not
Grade
as
it
big
off.
a deal.
You'll never take it off.
Just blade it.
It'll blade away.
Yeah.
No, that's less problematic. My one, one of many fears of putting a hard surface down like that is that it might look nice for a couple of years and then it goes downhill from there.
But then we could ask to chip seal it, and we end
Right,
up with a real
Exactly,
mess.
it'd be the
Yeah,
same thing.
and I
the
think
same
the other
thing
thing I
as
would fear is if you packed it, that when you turned, you might roll a chunk out and then,
Oh, yeah.
then we start. And so just try it.
Okay, all right,
Don't work, it don't work.
all right. I will come at it from a different angle with him and see where it goes.
Tell them this is what we'd like to try.
Okay.
If it don't work, it's
Just from 13th, a block, and that's
Like
it.
a half,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
a block,
Block,
split it.
Either,
13.
so I get that right, a
Yep.
block west and a block east.
No, half and half.
Half a block,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
So we're looking.
I wanna get it right in a minute.
You're
One
upping
whole
it,
block.
you're upping it like 300, from 100 feet to 300 feet.
And one
Yep, but,
block east.
so that's fine.
Of
Does he have enough
13th.
material
I'll ask him
available?
that.
Okay. I'm gonna say,
I'll see how much
I
material he
hate to
has.
Commit to half, but
Yeah.
whatever he
Or what
can
he's-
spare.
Or what he's got.
Yeah,
or what he's got.
Or what
Yep.
he's got.
Okay.
okay.
I will tell you, Ken Cliff's east driveway was white rock type, and neighbors complained because their house was getting dusty. So we put millings on that, and that improved that quite a bit.
Blended in or?
But you can't leave chucks in it, because that's a pothole starter.
Yeah.
So, did you mix it in or did you roll it?
Surface.
No, just bladed on top back
Bladed
and
on.
forth.
Okay. So what we wanna do?
That's what we
It
want.
doesn't dust anymore.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I will get back with him. Yeah. Okay. So the second thing is, as for financials, general fund received its June distribution of property tax. As a result, fund increased by $343,131. The water fund saw an increase in revenues and fund balance. The increase in revenues is mainly due to the lack of precipitation our area has received, and the increased watering residents are doing because of the lack of rain. The sewer fund increased to the balance of $536,645, which is still lower than this time last year, but looking for an increase. Next month, we'll see that exchange will be higher next month than we were last year because of, I think we had funds for the sewer truck come in. Or payment will go out. Sales tax fund saw a large increase in revenue due to revenue payments catching up with our reporting. They missed 1 month and then missed another. I think we one registered in 1 month, and now we had 2 register in this month, just based off how the dates fell. So that was a big jump, but it was expected because we missed some money in reporting. So so far, halfway through the year, I think we're looking pretty good. As a reminder, Wednesday we have it's a workshop, but we're calling it actually a special meeting so we can approve the revenue neutral rate notice that's going to go to the county. That's required to be submitted to the county by the 20th of July. So I figured we needed a budget workshop anyways, so we just combined the two so we can get the paperwork submitted in the next week. So Wednesday the 12th at 6 p.m. Is that special meeting. And I put your packets out, so.
Saw that.
Any questions other than that? I have nothing else.
Okay. All right, we move on to the standing committee reports. First, we have street. Anybody have anything on street?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long till we get back to the catch basins on the end of South Sixth?
That's it. We're getting back to full bore on our sewer department, so that is going to be, I've had that propped up.
Well, they started and then they put wood in it and the wood has collapsed,
Yeah.
so I'd like to see something, you know. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuff down our tube and.
Oh, that's clear down there.
Huh?
Oh,
I
I-
that was.
Yeah.
All the way at the bottom.
All the way,
Yeah.
Sixth and Kester.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're gonna start having pieces of wood and stuff end up in that tube and plug the new tubes they just put in.
Okay. All right, I'll check on that. Okay. Just the catch basin.
Okay. Anybody else have anything on street? Water, wastewater?
Anything new on the lagoon or anything?
Bid opening on Friday.
Okay. Parks and Rec?
City pool?
Yes. What about it?
Huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, we have
Yep.
one that's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
still
have
there.
one that's
It's still
still
there.
losing water. We.
We have somebody,
Okay.
we
Any
found
closer
somebody
find-
to,
That's where I'm going.
August
Somebody lined
14th,
up.
we are penciled in for a contractor to come in and start finding the leak and getting to work on fixing it.
Okay, I hear the heater's out in it now too.
No,
And we're
that is
closing
not,
it.
it's not broken or anything like that.
Okay, I also heard one of the
so
sand
be-
pumps.
say
ain't working.
before there were a lot of
Is it
people.
because of the same problem?
There's a flow.
One sand pump works, one doesn't.
Okay, so we're addressing that with the contractor. It's there seems to be a flow problem through that sand filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't prime probably.
Yeah, so that flow problem is translating into not enough water going through the heater. So that is why the heater doesn't kick on, so we just, yeah, it's all a circulation problem. So
As long as we got somebody coming
We're-
to look at
yes.
it, I've been on you, I know, pretty
Yeah.
hard for the last 3
We are gonna try and limp.
I want somebody here to get it fixed.
we close on August 12th, they clean on August 13th.
This thing has to be limped and Band-Aided through the end of the swimming season.
I know.
That's what we're trying to do, and then we will do the repairs.
So,
and-
August
yes.
14th, they put us on the schedule, so.
All right,
So,
at least we got a date in anyway.
well,
So
we
where are
found
they
somebody
coming from?
to come.
Manhattan.
Manhattan. Same ones that did the,
Manhattan Energy
bottom
Center,
everything,
yeah.
Okay,
So-
the pool,
Mhm.
the repairs.
They're a pretty good group of guys.
Yeah.
so, okay. Anything else on Parks and Rec? Besides the pool?
Huh?
Besides the
I'm
pool?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask,
Yes.
what's the big stacks of lumber at the Legion Field?
Haven't seen lumber.
Yeah, there's 2 giant bundles of lumber up there.
Is
I
that
just
for the
drove by.
bleachers?
Oh, bleachers, yeah,
To
they're
repair the
fixing the
bleachers.
bleachers.
Got zone tournament this weekend.
Oh, that's what would,
Yeah,
they.
and with where
It was a little miscommunication because we were told that there was nothing going on, and then when the lumber showed up, they said, oh, we have this. So,
Yeah, zone, I believe sometimes zones are awarded at the late.
so we're taking care of that.
Either fix them or move them.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
All right. Anything else in Parks and Rec? Cemetery and Airport?
That bid meeting is tomorrow? No, 12th.
Wednesday.
What is that?
Wednesday.
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 But what meeting is that? I forgot.
That's a pre-construction.
Pre-construction.
Pre-construction, there you go. Because that's getting ready to be closed for a while.
Off and on.
On
Yes.
the
That's what I
12th, they
mean,
told me to
it's-
do the NOTAM for the 12th, so it's,
Okay.
instead of on the 10th, it got backed up to the 12th, so they are closing it on the 12th for the people who fly.
They notify the appropriate authorities, or do we have to do that?
I did.
You already did. Good.
Oh, yeah, NOTAM yeah, that,
They put big white X's at the ends of the runways and.
Is that what they do? Oh, I did not know that
Normally do when
part.
they close a runway. Yeah.
Okay. I just call them,
That way when you're flying in, it's pretty easy. Oh, there's a big X, don't land here.
don't do here.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it, okay.
The crawfishers do what they want.
Yeah, they're pretty fearless.
Okay. Anything else on Cemetery and Airport? Police and Fire? Admin and Finance, we did have a meeting last night. Consensus of the committee was that their recommendation is to offer $15,000 instead of the $22,500 or whatever it was that they asked for. I spoke with Wayne today. He was more than happy with that. So I think recommendation to council is to provide $15,000, and then they wanted to continue to have meetings between the two organizations to work out a contract and kind of the details, how it will work going forward after the first of the year. This will just get us through the 6 months till the end of the year.
balance of the year.
Yep. So 6 months till the end of the
It
year.
gets you to January 1st.
Yep.
Is what it'll get you to.
I'll make a motion to move forward with the recommendations from the Admin and Finance Committee for the Convention and Tourism Director position.
Yep.
Interim.
interim.
Yeah, intern, thank you.
All right. I have a second. Okay.
Wait a second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 8-0. Okay. Did anybody else have anything on admin and finance? No appointments. City attorney is not here. Does anybody have any reason to go into executive session? No? Okay. Roundtable. Todd?
Well, first positive thing, Skyfest seemed like it was, other than the hot air balloons and the weather didn't quite work out like everyone wanted, pretty well attended. I mean, a lot of positive people. I got to talk to a lot of them trying to help direct traffic. And you got to see all the license plates too. I was surprised how far flung some of them were, but lots of people. I don't know where they put all the advertising, but Geary County, Johnson County, Riley County, Shawnee County, then your Nebraska expected counties, you know, Gage and Lancaster and stuff. Quite a few out-of-towners, and I think the food trucks and everything got backed up, but then a lot of people walked up to anywhere they could walk to buy more food, so I know there was some revenue and business probably off of that, and I mean, all things considered, I think it probably went pretty well, and it's kind of nice to see all those people. I wish we had a proper fairgrounds in this town, so we had a better venue. It's not perfect, but I mean, I think it worked pretty well.
I didn't think we were gonna let people park on 20th Street, and that made it very, very congested when they were.
Parked on 20th Street?
On 20th Street.
Where, up north?
My understanding
Oh,
is
I
on
was
one
so
side.
far down south, I didn't even see it. We told them not to.
They were not supposed to, but the simple way that works is one started and.
Yeah.
Then somebody does it. No,
I come down 20th Street and it made it hard to
Yeah.
navigate coming down 20th
No, we
Street.
told people specifically how to get to where and, you know, but when they lost, I couldn't see them, then I can't. Yeah, we had a couple people try to do creative parking and we got most of that cut down.
Yeah, the one that's pretty disappointing is to drive through the brand new grass. Not once, but twice.
Oh, by the fire station?
When it was still wet.
Oh.
Nice and muddy.
Yeah, well, I didn't tell them to do that either, just.
No, it
I
was
bet
there
you
when
did.
people showed up. It was, oh, I'm gonna get my truck there early, which I understand, but
Yeah.
really drive through it once, then drive through it twice? Come on.
Did they put the tape up, the caution tape before that or after?
No, that come afterwards.
Okay. I saw it and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I didn't know there was a reason. Gotcha. So yeah, no, I thought that was probably pretty good for the community and kind of nice to see them pull that together. Back to, I know Josh Foley asked us about possible fine reduction. I mean, I don't remember the last time anybody asked us specifically for a fine reduction. Do we have a fee schedule for
Yes,
mowing, I presume?
we do.
So is that based on the amount of hours?
Yes, and the amount of equipment, and if they have to haul stuff to the dump, there's loads. It's a total schedule, and it's every year, and then that also includes the fee for taking the pictures and all the letters that you have to send, and we always, the idea is it has to be high enough that you don't want us to mow, because we have people say, well, just mow it for me and I'll pay you.
I understand
And
that.
that's the game plan, why it is what it is. It's set every year according to wages. It's wages plus so much, and there is a minimum.
So is there a breakdown on, I mean, how much of it was the actual mowing versus the other accessorial administrative fees?
Most of it's labor. There's a little bit of an equipment charge, because we have to own a lawnmower, and we have, and we charge per hour for equipment and per hour for, and there were 3 guys I know that went there, and the weeds were 8 foot.
There's not a administrative fee line in there.
I was kinda wondering about that,
Okay, so how much is it?
The administrative fee might be, I don't know, 100 and something, or 200 or whatever.
I mean, it sounds like a lot.
Because we did have to go there, we did have to take, and it depends on how long it takes them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know hiring
And if
mowing
they
done
have
is
to-
always expensive, but
And if they have to haul loads to the dump, because per truckload to the dump costs as well, in
sure,
addition to.
sure, I understand that.
I mean, and I get it, but I don't know
Well-
what it would be if we start reducing, then I don't know how that will go.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I understand the risk
I
of
mean,
setting
I
a
really
precedent.
hate that this happened, but the thing about mowing is, if he sent the letter in May, and he actually went and mowed it in May, but he didn't pick up the stuff, and then the weeds got that tall, around the stuff, we don't have to send a second letter. With mowing, you send 1 letter a season.
Right.
And so that, we kinda, some people, we've already been to their house twice.
Yes.
So that adds up too. Some of them don't care, some of them aren't here. It gets added to their taxes if they don't pay. So I don't know the right answer, I just know that that's why it's structured that way.
Well, a long time ago, wasn't one of the problem children, the railroad?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think they drove some of that change because they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, they thought they had to mow once a
And
season
then they
or
got to the
twice.
point that you had to send them a letter every time, because it was right over here.
Yep.
Somewhere they had a weed problem. And if I remember right, they come in and sprayed like once or twice a year is all they did.
Well, the biggest issue is that by the time we send the letter, and then it's already 8 inches tall. Then we have to get the letter, and then you get another week or 10 days.
days, yeah.
Okay, so now, in the growing season, it's way tall. If we have to keep doing that, it just gets so big before we get there that they almost gotta mow twice to get through the yard to make it cleaned up. Yeah, I know, I hate it.
I guess I'm gonna ask for a motion to reduce the bill to $250. I do appreciate the fact that he showed up a little animated, but he was apologetic there towards the end, so I'll just ask for that motion, and if there's no motion made, we'll let it die.
Do you remember how exactly, I know you said $450, but is that what
Probably
it
right,
was?
it probably was. It was, that would make sense. Depends on how many hours they spent there and how much equipment they used, and I'm real sure they took a load to the dump. So when he said 450, I'm sure that's correct.
Any real rough numbers, idea what our total annual, I don't want to call it revenue, we'll say income is from mowing properties? Do you have that handy?
It's in front of you.
Is it, oh, it's in the budget. What page?
Front page.
No way.
We got very little last year. We did very little billings.
This weed
It's
assessment?
most of the
Yes,
time the
that's what it
letters
is.
go out and they take care of it. I mean, there's a
That's-
few that we have to go
2020
mow,
was
there's one by
450,
me that gets
2021,
once or twice a year.
1884, 1606.
We're probably gonna see a jump this year.
It's already increased,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
the
just
estimates
depends.
Yeah.
higher this year. I mean, two things. First, I guess, we're not using it as a big source of revenue for
Oh,
the
no.
city, just
No,
so it's on the
no.
record for
No,
everyone.
it's a deterrent.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
deterrent.
the other thing
One
is
time.
how much of our work's not getting done because they're doing it.
That's true. And that was part of my thought was, if it's expensive for us to do it, I mean, is it something we can contract?
Well, I don't know with who.
You might
We
be-
do suggest to them if they call us and they say, I can't get to it, whatever, we'll give them all the mowers in town and say, hey, or there's a neighbor
Yeah,
kid, why don't you?
it'll save them
It'll
money,
be
us
cheaper,
time.
absolutely, we tell them that right up front. It will be cheaper for you, it's just if they refuse to do it, refuse the letter, that kind of thing, that's when they.
And a lot of
get into
times
trouble.
contractors are probably leery. I mean, when you're going in the yard and the grass is that tall, what's buried in there that
Well,
you're
they
gonna
did
hit?
find some
nice
stumps and
equipment.
stuff in some of these yards.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's hard on equipment because you
Yeah, I
can't see what's
understand
hidden, kind of a thing.
I
But
won't
this
say
was,
it was in his
this
yard.
is 1 yard, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it one lot or two lots? It's probably two lots,
It's
isn't
probably
it?
one.
No.
I don't think it's even 1.5. It's it's a corner, so it has more than you think
It's
to.
just a lot.
Mhm.
I don't know about the number that Jeff mentioned. I mean, I'm inclined just because, I mean, yeah, maybe everyone will start coming and asking for it, but I doubt they will.
They'll call us.
Yeah.
No, they don't have, they have to come to
No, they have
council.
to
Right,
Yeah,
no,
they
we'll
gotta
tell them
come.
that, believe me, we won't make
Yeah,
that decision.
I
Then
would-
we can have that conversation, I think, but
But I also can say this about him, I don't believe that he would have left something on purpose and not gotten a letter. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I don't believe he
Yeah.
abandoned a letter on purpose. Some people I totally believe do that.
Well, they do,
Oh, I totally believe it. I don't believe that he would have done it.
I don't know.
But even if you do not get a letter, by the time, like she said, by the time you get the letter and everything, it's tall enough
I
that
know.
most people would go, oh my God, I need a mow. I mean, it's tall at that point. It's not like I forgot for a week or it's kind of getting out of, it's, by that point, by the time we
know.
get there, it's pretty bad.
yeah, well,
Um,
I guess I'll make a motion, since I don't know what the actual total was, handy, rather than make it a flat number, I'd say we reduce it by $150 because of the circumstances, and he came to us about it.
And here's what I'll do, I'll second it, so at least we force the vote.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Two
Two,
nays?
2-6.
3 yes. Okay. So 6-2.
Yep.
Huh?
The names
Um,
of the no's,
Me and Cole. Us two.
Just two.
please, just two, okay, thank you.
Yep. All right.
I will say, I'm happy to see on the condemnations that we got people here.
Yeah,
We got some
Yes.
things worked out.
they're working.
I don't wanna tear buildings down, but I also gotta be responsible for them.
You're right.
So I'm happy to see that.
You're getting the results. Take
Yeah.
some muscle.
Yeah.
One other thing. Bob mentioned about the junker ordinance. I kind of think he's right. This isn't the first time we've had somebody running kind of a halfway scrapper business in town. There's a place for that, and I'm glad there's people to do that because they will haul off a lot of junk that otherwise would just be sitting in yards. Except for I don't want it all just sitting in one yard, you know, so I don't know what the solution to that is, if it's
Put up
a fence. Well, even
a
then.
privacy fence, but a decent privacy fence.
Well, yeah, well.
I think we have it in.
We have a
zoning.
junkyard
We have a
ordinance.
zoning and what it has to be, and it can't just be everywhere. Yeah.
And let alone in the right of way and things like we've had in the past.
I mean, there is, neighborhoods or places it can be in the zoning, and then what you have to do to,
Guard it. Is it considered light industrial?
it might be, I have to look. I just
Heavy.
know that there's a special zone for it. It's not in the middle of residential, I'm pretty sure.
Right. I guess if we can, I mean,
Can you get us a little information?
I was gonna say, if you can get some information, we can share that information and.
Sure.
Like I said, I'm glad people are doing it. There's definitely a value in it, but it's also can't be
And we also have
everywhere.
a zone for, where you can do like small engine repair and those kinds of things. Certain neighborhoods, they can be done in depending on how that's zoned, but it's a use permitted upon review, but those are all in a building. None of it can be outside, so that.
Enclosed. yeah.
Enclosed. So that's also, another.
And if people have questions about these things, they can come to City
Oh,
Hall and ask those questions.
Absolutely,
Or
we tell
call
them all
or
the
email
time,
or
or
whatever.
call or email, look at the code online, but a lot of that's in the ULDC, so they have to know to look in the ULDC.
right.
It's online.
Yeah. That's all I had.
Okay. Jeff? I just want to say thank you to the fire department, the police department for Saturday night. That was great help. We started setting up about 8 in the morning and got done about 9:30, and had fun doing it. But we appreciate the help that we got from everybody. So I'm hoping maybe next year the city ups their budget just a little bit. Help me out with the fundraising. But we hope to continue what we did, and I think next year, right now, our tentative date is set for July 6th, which would be a Saturday after the 4th of July.
For fireworks or?
That's all I'm worried about. The rest
Okay.
of it's on somebody else.
I just wanted to be clear when I put it in here what you
No,
were talking about.
I did I got like 5 more years of being an apprentice before I ever get to the point where I'm doing
So
it.
you're talking fireworks July 6th, that's what I'm
Yes,
asking.
yes, a Saturday.
Okay.
So are you gonna pursue the pyrotechno license instead of being an apprentice?
Oh, no, he has it. He has to
I
do a
have the
certain
part,
amount.
I can shoot it, but I can't buy it or haul it yet. So,
He's
yeah.
gotta
Well, you
do a
can't
certain
store
amount
it,
of
I
shoots.
assure you, that's,
Yeah.
I've had my fingerprints taken several times. But no, I think Shane was an awesome guy. He's out of Manhattan. He's been doing pyromusicals for 7 years now, and then he's been doing what they call Pro Line for probably 10, which is Pro Line was all that little stuff out front, and then the other part is the 1-3 class stuff, that's a little different, but he enjoyed it. We had Sterling Clark was down there helping us. A friend of mine from work took the class with me in Inman, Kansas, and we got done picking up stuff at 2 in the morning. There were still fuses, and I said, I'm gonna wait for somebody to complain before we pick them all up off the ground. Just the little stuff, you know. But yeah. And if anybody calls you and they're complaining about it, I'll go out and rake it up, okay?
Now that you've asked for it, we'll get it.
I'm gonna get a phone call, but that's okay. I like to be transparent.
Okay. Lori?
Nothing. Second, these guys with the Sky Fest, they said they had over 4,000 people,
A lot of people.
125 volunteers. So, yeah, I think Jason's doing it.
You could say it.
I want to say thanks to Beth Skinner. I didn't know who she was, but she's the old lady. You see her pulling weeds in the flower garden. Well, she's moving away, so she's got the biggest, I think, thankless job in the.
Yes.
So I just want to tell her thanks for doing what she does. And second thing is, you got weeds, tall weeds growing in the street. Is that city's problem to get rid of those, or is it home? I got some weeds that are getting bumper height around a parked vehicle that has never, ever moved.
Well,
And that's the other problem. They put stickers on and they still
Because
don't
the
move.
street sweeper, believe it or not, pulls, if it's damp and it runs,
Yeah,
it
it'll
pulls
pull
roots
'em.
out of the ground on it.
Yeah.
But if
I mean,
the
them-
street sweeper can't get to it, then
Yeah.
it's,
So we gotta get the vehicles moved first.
It's 906 Hillcrest. I can tell that van's never been moved for a while because the weeds aren't bent over. I mean, they're getting.
and they're not that good a parkers, get it in the exact same spot.
And years ago, that yard's never been, they let grass get tall and seed it out, so now you got all this grass growing in the street, so. So who takes care of something like that?
Well, if the car moves, we can send the street sweeper down or, we've been, I'm not saying this will happen, but we've been known to burn a street or two. So,
Maybe a helpful neighbor will take care of it.
yeah.
One who has a CDL and access to a trailer.
Putting it out there.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Kyle?
Nope, I thought Skyfest was great. I hope we get to do it, make a tradition out of it. I think it was good.
Parker?
Well, I'm gonna change everybody's tune about Saturday night. The most fun is when the little kids get to come into the fire station, go through fire trucks.
Yeah.
That's the most fun.
I loved how you guys just lit up the fire station while the fireworks weren't going off. That was the great.
We had one little guy in there and I took him through and we touched every truck that was there. And we went through every compartment and he was the most fun there's ever been. He was a lot of fun.
It was nice having it lit up, it made a presence and stuff, and that made me feel better about some of the crowd control.
Yeah, it's pretty happy with that building.
Colleen?
I did notice I don't know if it left, but when I come home about 3:34, the generator was still sitting down there all by its lonesome.
Oh, we have to pick up the generator.
Yeah. But
Which one?
I think it's the
Be
white
the
one.
city.
Oh, okay,
one.
I was gonna say, I thought I got the one that we used,
No, it's the city
that
one.
borrowed it.
that's all I have.
Okay. Kevin?
just great view for the weekend. A lot of people in town, Skyfest, like everything went well. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was out of town, so I saw pictures on, the pictures look pretty amazing, especially the balloon ride pictures were awesome. So, yeah, it looked like a lot of people had fun, so. Otherwise, just, seconding on Skinner, and all the work that she did for years for the city. I mean, kind of trying to beautify things and, like everybody says, thankless job, and she did it for a long time, so.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Looking at this letter from the Girl Scouts. What are we
Oh,
gonna do with the
yeah.
vote?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question.
What are we gonna do with that?
I don't think it's something we decide tonight.
No.
You want more information on the building?
Yeah.
We can bring that back.
Yeah, I'd say bring
Yeah,
back.
I'd like that.
I've never been in that one. I don't know what kind of shape that
It's been
thing's
years
in.
since my
Well, I went to
kids.
Girl Scouts in it.
Yeah. My daughter went to Girl Scouts in it.
Can we get information on both of those?
Boy Scout and Girl Scout, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, info on both.
I think the Girl Scout cabin's in better shape than the Boy Scout.
That's what I'm wondering, and I'm wondering
It
if,
is.
I mean, not trying to ruffle feathers, I'm just saying. if
Boy
we
Scouts
have to
probably
move one
big.
up to
Yeah, I
the
don't
other
know
one.
if it'd be bigger.
It was built out of boxcars.
Yeah, it was box
So I
cars.
don't
I mean, it has a new furnace.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
reason I'm
It's an
saying
intermodal
is,
container.
Well, they took the boards off and rebuilt it.
but I didn't know if one was in better shape than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl Scout is by far way better shape.
We can
The
bring
Boy Scouts in
information.
better shape?
No, the
Girl
Girl
Scouts.
Scout is it?
We can bring back
We
information
get-
on it.
Maybe the Boy Scouts want to upgrade. Maybe.
Boy Scout one's bigger than the Girl Scout.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
bigger.
I think it probably is.
And the comma letters,
In addition is fine.
so.
Okay.
Okay, all right. That's all I had.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There you go.
Thinking about it.
Never got shot down.
My wife hasn't given me the thumbs up yet. If I showed that, she's gonna be-
Oh, I have another conference.
Same time?
Yeah, I have to go to, I have to go to the KDHE conference.
Legitimately impressed, despite your having an
That sounds like a good sign.
Conference we go to all the time, number one, because our ham.
Yeah, no,